In this lecture, we are going to discuss our second problem related to spur gear design. So in this numerical, it is given that we need to design a pair of spur gear with 20-degree full depth involute teeth. The input shaft rotates at 720 rpm and receives 5 kilowatt power through a flexible coupling. The speed of output shaft should be 144 rpm. The pinion as well as gear made of steel FE410. The service factor for this application is 1.25. The gears are machined to meet the specification of grade 6. And first we need to calculate. Assume suitable number of teeth for pinion and gear. Second, for preliminary calculation, assume the pitch line velocity as 5 meter per second and the factor of safety as 2, and estimate the module and select the first preference value of module. Next, using the value of module, calculate the pitch circle diameters of pinion and gear and face width. Fourth one, determine static and dynamic load by Buckingham's equation. Also calculate the beam strength and the correct value of factor of safety based on the beam strength. Fifth one, using a factor of safety of 2 for wear strength, specify the surface hardness of gear. So now we'll start the solution. So first, assume the suitable number of teeth for pinion and gear. We need to keep in mind while choosing the number of teeth on pinion or gear interference phenomena. So we need to assume the number of pinion on the teeth so we can avoid the interference. So for this we need to use the formula of minimum number of teeth on pinion to avoid the interference. So for this particular 20-degree full depth involute teeth, we can assume ZP as 18. So we will start with ZP equals to 18. So now we are going to calculate the number of teeth on gear ZG, which is velocity ratio times ZP. So velocity ratio can be calculated using the speeds of both of the gears. So here we are given with 720 rpm of driver and 144 rpm of driven shaft. So this is 720 divided by 144 multiplied by number of teeth on pinion, which is 18. So this is 90. Now we need to find out the module. So for module, before calculating the module we need to find out some parameters. So first of all we need to find out velocity factor CV. So CV is, for this particular speed, CV can be given as 3 over 3 plus V. So 3 over 3, and velocity is given as 5 meter per second. So plus 5. So this becomes 3 divided by 8. So next, for Lewis form factor, Lewis form factor for 18 teeth. The value of y we can choose from table. So y equals to 0.308 for 18 teeth. So now we are going to estimate the module. So m equals to 60 multiplied by 10 raised to power 6 divided by pi, power in kilowatt multiplied by service factor multiplied by factor of safety divided by ZP, number of teeth on pinion, speed of pinion multiplied by velocity factor multiplied by phase width divided by module multiplied by SUT divided by 3. So in the lecture we discussed that why we are dividing by 3, because teeth is connected to fluctuating load, so we need to design for fluctuating load, and in fluctuating load we take endurance strength is equal to 1/3 of ultimate tensile strength multiplied by Lewis form factor raised to power 1/3. So, and one more thing we keep in mind, that face width usually we take as 10 times of module. So here we can put all the values in this 60 10 raised to power 6 divided by pi. Power is given as 5 kilowatt in the problem, so this is 5. Service factor is given as 1.25, so this is 1.25, and factor of safety is given as 2, so this is 2 divided by ZP is 18, NP is given as 720, and usually B face width is taken as 10 times of module, so 10 times of module divided by module becomes 10, and SUT, so we are given with material is Fe410, so for this particular material ultimate tensile strength is 410 Newton per mm square, so this is 410 divided by 3, and form factor, Lewis form factor is 0.308 raised to power 1/3. So now we will calculate these values using calculator. So this will turn out as 4.89 mm. So module equals to 4.89 mm. So now for preferred value of module we will refer a table. So from table the preference value, first preference value for module, first preference value of module is equal to 5 mm. So this is answer for first part. So now next we need to find out, using this value of module we need to calculate the pitch circle diameters of pinion and gear and face width. So for second, pitch circle diameter is given as module times number of teeth from the definition of module. So dP is equal to m multiplied by ZP, so m is 5 and ZP is 18, so this becomes 90 mm, and pitch circle diameter of gear is m times of number of teeth on gear, so this is 5 and number of teeth on gear is calculated as 90, so this is 90, so this becomes 450 mm. Now face width B is taken as 10 times of module, so this is 10 multiplied by 5, so 50 mm. So next we need to find out, determine the static and dynamic load by Buckingham's equation, also calculate the beam strength and the correct value of factor of safety on the based on the beam strength. So static load we can find out using the rated power. So from the rated power we can calculate the rated torque. So next, rated power is given as 5 kilowatt, and so rated torque is mt equals to 60 multiplied by 10 raised to power 6 multiplied by 5 divided by 2 pi np. So 2 pi and np is given as 720. So this becomes 66314.56 Newton mm. So using this rated torque we can calculate the tangential force, and tangential force is given as Pt multiplied by dp divided by 2 is equal to mt. So Pt is given as 2 times of mt divided by dp. So this becomes 2 times 66314.56 divided by dp is calculated as 90 mm. So this is 90. So this becomes, on calculation we will get 1473.66 Newton. So this is static load. Now dynamic load. So for grade 6, because when we are going to find out the effective force, P effective is equal to CS PT plus PD. So this dynamic load can be given by a relationship which is PD equals to 21 times velocity C multiplied by E multiplied by B plus PT divided by 21 V plus under root C E B plus PT. So here C is deformation factor, E is error, B face width, PT is tangential force, V is pitch line velocity. So for this the error can be given as, so from the empirical relation we can take the formula of error from table. So error is given as E equals to EP plus EG, error on pinion plus error on gear. So for this E is given as, for grade 6, for grade 6 error is given as 8 plus 0.635. 0.635. Here phi is tolerance factor and m is module and d is pitch circle diameter, because phi can be given as, in this formula phi can be given as m plus 0.25 times under root of pitch circle diameter. So phi is tolerance factor, m is module and d is pitch circle diameter. Pitch circle diameter. So now we'll calculate phi. Phi is m plus 0.25. So m is 5 plus 0.25 times and dp is given as, already we calculated dp is 90 mm, so this is 90. So ep, we can calculate ep. So ep is 8 plus 0.63 multiplied by 5. So while after putting this value in this formula, we'll have ep equals to 12.644 micrometer. And now for gear eg is again 8 plus 0.63 5, and 5 for gear is 5 plus 0.25 under root dg, pitch circle diameter of gear. So this becomes 5 plus 0.25 under root, and dg is 450 mm. So this is 450. So this becomes, now eg is 8 plus 0.635, and 5 equals to 5 plus 0.25 under root 450. So eg becomes 14.491 micrometer. So from here we can calculate total total error. E equals to EP plus EG. So after adding up 12.644 is EP and 14.491 EG. So on adding up, will EP total E is 27.135 micrometer, or we can write E equals to 27.135 into 10 raised to power minus 3 mm. And deformation factor C can be taken from table. So value of deformation factor C from the table is 11,400 Newton per mm square. So this deformation factor is dependent on the properties of material of both of the gears, or you can say modulus of elasticity. And pitch line velocity, in this formula we also need to find out the pitch line velocity, and pitch line velocity can be given as V equals to pi dp np over 60 into 10 raised to power 3. So pi dp is 90 and np is 720 divided by 60 into 10 raised to power 3. So this becomes 3.3929 meter per seconds. So now we'll put all the value in this formula of dynamic load. So after putting up values, we'll have ED equals to 21. Now pitch line velocity 3.3929. Now C deformation factor 4, 11,400. Now E is 27.135 into 10 raised to power minus 3. So value of E multiplied by face width B. So face width is 50 plus PT is PT we have calculated as 1473.66. So this is 1473.66 divided by, this is our formula, 21 times pitch line velocity. So 21 multiplied by 3.3929 plus under root of CEB plus PT. So again C double 11400 and E 27.135 into 10 raised power minus 3 multiplied by face width 50 plus PT 1473.66. So this after calculation will have value of PD as 5993 Newton. So this is dynamic load. So effective load can be calculated as P effective CS PT plus PD. So P effective is equal to CS PT plus PD. So this is CS service factor is given in the numerical as 1.25 and this is PT is 1473.66 plus PD 5993. So this becomes 7835.08 Newton. So this is P effective. So beam strength SB, beam strength can be given as, beam strength SB can be given by this formula, module multiplied by face width multiplied by sigma B multiplied by Lewis form factor. So here module is 5, face width is 50 and sigma B is 1/3 of ultimate tensile strength, which is 410 divided by 3 and Lewis form factor is 0.308. So beam strength of tooth is, this will turn out as 10523.33 Newton. So factor of safety can be given as SB over P effective. So SB is 10523.33 Newton and P effective we calculated as, P effective was 7835.08. So this is 7835.08. So on calculation we'll have factor of safety is 1.34. So we can say from this point of view our gear is safe because factor of safety is more than 1. Now to calculate the surface hardness, next point is we need to find out the surface hardness. So surface hardness, for this we need to use the wear strength formula. So wear strength SW is equal to factor of safety, if we use the factor of safety multiplied by P effective. So by using in problem we are given with factor of safety, we have to use 2 to find out the surface hardness. So factor of safety is 2 according to given in problem and P effective is 7835.08. So this is SW becomes 15670.08 0.16 Newton. And if you remember in the lecture we used some formulas. So for this we need to, because SW is given as strength, wear strength of the gear is given as SW is equal to B capital Q dP multiplied by capital K. So B is face width, and K is load stress factor, and Q is ratio factor. So ratio factor, you just go through the lecture once again, you will find out ratio factor can be calculated as 2 times of Zg over Zg plus Zp. Ratio factor, if we are talking about the external gear, then this is 2 times of Zg over Zg plus Zp. If we are talking about the internal gears, then the ratio factor would be 2 Zg over Zg minus Zp. These all things are explained in the lecture. So ratio factor Q is 2 times of 90 divided by 90 plus 18, because Zp is 18, Zg is 90. So this becomes 1.667. So now, and K is, if, now again remember that statement, if both of the gears are made of steel and pressure angle is 20 degree, then K can be find out using this formula, 0.16 multiplied by BHN divided by 100 square. Here BH is Brinell hardness number. So the derivation of these all things we already explained in the lecture. So SW can be given as SB dP multiplied by K. So dP already we know, B is known to us, Q we have calculated, K can be used as 0.16 BHN over 100 square. So after putting these all values in this formula, so this becomes B equals to 50 and Q equals to 1.667 and dP is 90. Pitch circle diameter of pinion we have calculated. Pitch circle diameter of pinion is 90 and this becomes 0.16 into BHN over 100 square. So this is K, load stress factor K. So now we know the value of SW, 15,670.16 Newton, and in this equation only BHN is unknown to us. So after calculation we can get BHN equals to 361.33, or you can report 370. So Brinell hardness number is 370 for this particular material from which gear is made. So this is how we can approach this type of problems. Thank you.